Welcome to Breakout, a new challenge pack in Minecraft. Challenge packs are interesting. I do like them a lot. If you haven't seen me play a challenge pack before, take a look at Ultimate Alchemy. Very, very good pack, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be as good. Let's see how well it goes. So the point of Breakout is you start in a very small padded cell, and you have to break out of it into maybe a larger cell. Let's get started and you'll get the idea of this pretty quickly and decide whether it's good for you or not. So yeah, I thought we'd just take a quick break from from other packs at the moment and just let's get a few nice simple episodes out, a bit of fun rather than the rather heavy industry of something like Omnifactory. So single player, create new world. It doesn't matter what you call it because it's a challenge pack. It's going to be the same for everything, and we need to get started. So Creator will create the world name. Okay. And this is not going to take very long to create the world, and it's actually quite a quick pack to load in. It doesn't take very long to load at all, unlike Omnifactory and other heavy stuff like Project Ozone 3, which needs an entire minigame just while you're loading. Anyway, we start off in this padded cell, and as you might imagine, well, we're not going to stay in here for long, but we need to get out of it. So let's take a look at our quest book. It's in my inventory already, but I've just mapped it to a key. In my case, backslash. Quests and getting started. So we just need to basically hit a checkbox task, and it's basically saying you're in a padded cell. Well, I've already explained that, so that's fine. And then it says you need to just gather some wool. So yeah, it's only made out of wool, so we can get out of it. Well, sort of. If you click it once, you'll start getting string. And more importantly, it's free string. So if you want lots of string, you can just keep clicking. And that's going to be quite useful because we're going to leave some of the floor in place, at least one block of wool, to get free string later. However, if I didn't want to do that and get lots and lots of string because it uses up saturation, I'm just going to use the string and then I should be able to break through the walls. Or at least one of the walls. We can, well, I'm actually going to go through all the walls. I'm going to do the rest off camera though. But let's just head in this direction to get started. So you can see our padded cell is lined in wood. They made this cell out of wood, it seems. Maybe. You'll see in a second what the problem is. So if we then click on wood, because we need to punch trees. Oh, well, there is a hollow spot, I guess, there. And we get some... Oh, no, there. Yep. So if I click on wood, sometimes they break. And when they break, they give me some sticks. Otherwise, yeah, they go through. But if I then... Nope, I can't get anything with that. So if I use the sticks on the rock, I'll start getting some flint. Good. And some of the quests will now be complete. So first of all, we'll take this one for string, get some rice bread. We'll take this one, let's get us some torches. And then the next is basically saying, oh, I think it's just a checkbox task. Yeah, it's just a checkbox task. Saying you need to basically use the stick. Well, we're going to need to use the sticks. There we go. Yeah. That's fine. You just click on the logs and you get some sticks. That's no problem. Can I actually get that bandage? Yeah. So if you want to bandage yourself up, you can. And then yeah, basically that's fine. We just got some flint. That's all the way through. And now just create a flint axe. Okay. So flint axe is it's quite simple, and you can make it without basically a crafting bench, which is good because we don't have one yet. And if I just do get rid of that, we'll get some space and get 4 pieces of wood, which is all that's left on this side. There we go. And that will make us a crafting bench. We'll get that down, up and running, and there we go. So we've got a crafting bench and a few other bits and pieces of quests. So let's just grab those. So get some toast. We get a crafting bench, which gets us a chest. And if you have a look at one of the tabs, getting it together, that you can use a chest to get more chests. So we'll get 4 in total there. And then it says ice. Now at this point, it's a little bit puzzling, or at least when I first did this. It says, I've made an exciting discovery. Water in the walls. Really? Turns out there's water in only one direction. So it's definitely not that direction. It's one of the 2 directions with the torches in from my test playthrough. And I can never remember which one it is. But I'm just going to use up this toast. And there's an easy way to tell. If you just grab some sticks or something, and you can just go through. It's in the middle of one of the walls. So we can just use the axe. It's not that direction. Okay, it's going to be this direction. And I want to just get a plank or something to put back because I don't want it to melt. At least not yet. There we go. It's ice. Put that back. And now I'm going to excavate everywhere else other than that. Apart from the floor, I'm going to leave the floor quite nice. It's kind of nice pattern that we're clearly going through as we get to the next sections outward. And unfortunately, we can't create a pickaxe to actually go through this. There's no way to get through that without going through a stone hammer. And we don't have an ability to get a stone hammer yet. So let me excavate the room. And once I've got that, I'll bring you back and we'll get on with the next step that we can get rid of some stone. Back in a second. And here we are. Our cell is increasing in size. We're now out to rock layer or stone layer. Put down a couple of chests. You can pick up chests, or at least you can't yet, but you will be able to pick up chests fairly soon by shift right clicking. Yeah, that definitely isn't working at the moment, but that will open up fairly soon. So the next sort of quest we need is to make strainers, strainer base and strainer nets essentially, because we're going to put in a bit of a layer up there. It's going to be a bit cramped when we actually do this, but let me just, whoops, not sticks, I want planks. Yep, it's just, well, I already had some planks. We're just going to put up a layer like this, okay, because we're going to need to get up here eventually. Let's get rid of that for now, there. We're going to be able to put our strainers down here. The water's going to flow out at this level to get started with. As soon as we remove this stone, we're going to be able to have a bit more freedom to get started, though. We're going to need to basically have not quite as much freedom. So we're going to make a strainer base. That's not hard to make. I think that's pretty much everything. So let's just look for strainer. Strainer base. Oh, one chest. And I've already, yeah. Let's just pick you up. Okay, that should be everything. Yep, on the strainer base. We're going to want that fisherman's strainer, but not just yet. To get started, we're going to need to make nets with string, and I have quite a lot of string, so I'll just make them all into nets. We will end up using them up, so that's no big deal. I'm also going to need some more sticks. I don't want to use this too often, so I wouldn't want to say convert all of it into sticks, because you're going to need wood, and we have a very limited supply of it. But just to get started, we're going to make one of these survivalist strainers. I may end up making two. In fact, yeah, let me just make two because I know I'm going to need a second one. And just to get resources that little bit quicker. And of course, that does mean that we're going to need a second chest. I am actually going to use one of these up. There we go. We do get some more, well, we will be able to get some more chests later, but I will get another strainer base. And we've got two strainer bases, two strainers. Two strainer nets, that is, and we'll put them underneath here. So one can go there, the other one can go here, and that water, oh no, that's not where I wanted it. That water's going to melt soon. There we go, and put our strainers in it. So one net, another net. It may well not flow this way, but let's just put our torch right next to it, and that should ensure that it will actually flow. You got into this? Oh, sometimes. There we go. Get my torch back. Okay, that will melt fairly soon, I would imagine. As soon as it does, it's going to flow into these strainers and start getting us some resources. So let's wait for that to happen. I'll cut forwards. And of course it's me, so I put the second strainer on the wrong side. So the water flows out and then this way. So that will work. And we start getting resources. So we have a renewable source of sticks now, other than punching things that is going to cause us damage. We have some clay, we have some pebbles, so we're going to need all of them. I'm not necessarily the andesite pebbles, but I do want the stone pebbles. We're going to need 16 of them and a couple of clay. So we just have to wait until they fill up. So there's nothing much I can do with those right now. I could make more strainers, but I'm going to, well, in fact, I do want to make at least one more strainer, but I'm going to do that for the fisherman's strainer. So to do that, I'm going to have to make another, another few bits and pieces. I'm going to need another chest. I'm going to make one of those. Yes, we have limited wood, but that's unfortunate. It's what we're going to need. And I'm going to need to save one of those trapdoors for later. You'll see why later. And that's pretty much it. Let me just get some more things converted. There we go. And another strainer base, please. Okay. Now this one is going to go this side, but it's only going to really work once I get rid of some stone. And to get rid of the stone is why we're waiting for this. So we need these pebbles and everything else because the stone is cobblestone recipe. Now you can't choose stone pebbles and make it in a 2x2. You will get gravel if you go that way. That is useful. We're going to be using gravel for something else, but don't use it straight away, as I found when I just assumed that it would automatically make stone. It doesn't. So if you put clay in the middle, you will get cobblestone, and we're going to need a couple of that for the next part. And the next part is literally making a stone hammer. So we are going to need another one of those. So let's just hand in our quests while some of those resources are stacking up. There's some oak slabs. Oh, we get another strainer base anyway. Oh, fine. We'll have 4. And here we have emergency fuel, which is a bundle of sticks. So if you want to, if you want to get a better source of heat, you can do this. And that will do that from sticks. And of course, you're going to get sticks renewably from the traps anyway. So that's a pretty handy way to just get 1 piece of charcoal from this. I'm not going to worry about that too much, though. It's cobblestone that we actually want. We get given 12 more once we get another piece of cobblestone. So that can all go away. Putting strainers next to each other does have an efficiency loss. That's why it gives you an efficiency meter. You can see that they are not good when they're right next to each other, but I don't really have the space in this kind of layout. At least not yet anyway. So we'll see how we get on a little bit later. Also, you're going to want to save pretty much everything in here, particularly these dried up sugarcane. They are the route to getting the fisherman's strainer. Use dried up sugarcane around a net, and then you're able to catch fish, but you need worms to do that. And we're also going to want a bait pot to do that. All that's going to require me to get some cobblestone for a furnace. So I've got some more stone pebbles now. And that should get me everything I need. So 8 stone pebbles. Second piece of cobblestone. Detect. Give me some more cobblestone, please. Okay. And that I'm going to use some of them to make 1 furnace. Okay. The rest I'm going to use to make stone hammers. So I just need to convert some more sticks to get started. Yeah, I'm not going to do that too often, I promise, but I am going to get some stone hammers. There we go. Now the stone hammers, predictably, will break stone. More importantly, when they do so, they'll also get me some more pebbles. So yeah, back on task. And we see the next layer. The next layer is polished andesite. And no, stone hammers cannot break polished andesite. So I'm going to go around, wait for this to basically give me some more resources, and I'm going to excavate out the next layer so we have a bit more room to work in. Okay, excavation complete. You'll see there's a couple of pieces of coal ore here. I'm going to take one of them, and that's going to be one of the quests, or needed for one of the quests. I'm going to leave the other one just in case it has some other purpose. So that is 1 piece of coal. Not that I'm going to be using it straight away. I'm going to put the furnace down somewhere. I guess I'm going to just put it in the floor over here for now. And we'll be using that to cook up some food, because the next sort of quest we've got, back on task, stone hammer. Yeah, we'll get a piece of food, but we need, we basically need reusable, or not reusable, sustainable food. So, break time is one of them. We need a furnace. Honestly, I had this thing. It is harvestable, thankfully. Just takes a little bit more time. Oh, give me the furnace back. So I definitely have the furnace, right? Detect. Can I put it down? That is a furnace. Ugh. Why are you not detecting the furnace? You should be. Let's just create the other bits and pieces first then. Fine, I will put that down later. We need the fisherman's strainer. I've put in another... I've moved the strainer bases down, and as far as they'll go anyway. And, well, you can go down 1 further if I put them underneath here, this block, but yeah, it's fine as it is. And just constrain the water so it's not flowing all over the base. Oh, base. It's like 1 small room. Okay. And do we have enough? We've got 5 of those. We need 8 of them. So 2 there, and 2 there, and these. That's enough. And we just need the net, or a net. We'll put that in the center. This around the outside, and we get a fisherman's strainer. That's not quite enough, however, and I'm going to need to put that furnace back down. I'll make another one if I need to. It's not that much more troubling, because we're going to need to take some clay, which we're going to get from here as well. And I need to be able to click on the strainer bases. That's the only problem with having this block over here in the way. So we need to get some clay. 3 pieces will be enough. And we're going to put that in the furnace to make some bricks. Any sort of anything we want to do here is fine, but I'll use that bundle of sticks for the quest. That will actually use that up. Is there anything else I can quickly cook here yet? No, that's fine. Okay, so we'll just get 3 bricks from this because we're going to make a bait pot. This is what we need this other wooden trapdoor for. That will let the worms that we're going to put in this fisherman's strainer last that little bit longer, 50% longer, if I remember rightly. So the bait, the worms, can come from there. We're going to get any of this stuff out of this yet. Let's put most of this stuff away. I don't need the pebbles. We're going to use those in a second, but not just yet. Efficiency meter I'll put somewhere else. Okay, our furnace is now done, so that will do for that. And we will make a pot, little flower pot. Combine that with a trapdoor, and we get a bait pot. Good. So bait pot, fisherman's strainer, cooked fish. So we're going to need to set up a strainer. I've already put one down here, so we're going to put in that. And then from that should be enough. We need to just put in the pot and the worms. That's just some stone pebbles that fell onto it. And this thing should start generating food. So that's pretty good. It's still not counting that furnace. I wonder if it'll count it now. Let's see if I can pick this up. Otherwise, I'll just make another one, and that may count. It may be that just because I've harvested it, it doesn't count. So fine. I will make a second one. Do I have enough cobblestone to do that? Well, I certainly have enough pebbles. I don't actually have enough clay yet. So let's just grab one clay. That's the fisherman's one. No, yeah, I may have enough clay for this. Or not. No. Okay. Oh no, I do already have enough cobblestone in my inventory. What am I talking about? Some more cobblestone. I don't need a stone hammer just yet. Will you count as the furnace? You will. Good. So all we now need is the cooked fish. We can't use this puffer fish, but we can just eat it straight off. Oh, no. Oh, forgot. Puffer fish are poisonous. That's not good. Abandon hope. Oh, dump all of that away. Oh, great. You've stopped with half a heart. Oh, that's so nice. And everything zoomed in. Don't eat puffer fish. Oh, ow. Now, when your experimental eating habits are over, you should be able to get some raw salmon from your fisherman's strainer, and hopefully use that to generate your saturation to heal yourself back up. There we go. So we're healing quite nicely. Used up a little bit of extra food. I don't know what we're going to do with those puffer fish otherwise. And do we have any more bait yet? Let's just grab bits and pieces. A little bit more. So the bait pot helps. It gives us only a 50% chance of losing the bait. So that's useful. And yeah, we're healing up to full almost. Fine. So what's our next quest? We need some cooked fish, which means it's not just any cooked fish. It has to be specifically the raw fish to get out of a strainer base. You'll see there is a chance of different kinds of fish. We need the raw fish variety and cook that up specifically, but that will then get us that quest. That's in a different direction, so we can wait and just do something else. So moving day, remember what I said, you can shift right click. This is the quest you want, so you claim that, you get some more strainers. That does also mean you can just pick this up. I should be able to pick this up. Why can't I pick you up? Shift right click with an empty hand as long as I'm close enough. Ah, there we go. Maybe that was why I couldn't pick it up before. Anyway, we can pick those up and do the same thing with this. Put it back here. And tidy everything up. Can we do that with every block? No. It'd be hilarious if I could just get my way out just by pulling one of these blocks out with my fingernails. Anyway, so that's done. And then, we're into a sieve. So here we basically need some string and we get some more ice and wood. This quest is just a straightforward one because you can literally get more string just by basically holding down left click with an empty hand. And there we go. So more string. You can hand that into the quest. This will give you ice and wood to use elsewhere. So we could clean up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a repeatable quest. Doesn't seem to be. That's fine. But worst case, you have some ice to be able to restart if you need to. Sieve. Yeah, we're going to need to make one of these and a flint stiff mesh. I'm going to want to make more than one of them, though, because it just helps you process things a little bit more. So flint and meshes are not hard to make. If I remember rightly, let's just get a look at half stack. Are the meshes, that's just a net. I want to spread them, so let's do it like that. So we're going to get 3 flint meshes that way. Yeah, and now the sieves are just going to be wood, basically, and not much else other than wood. So let's grab that. Am I really out of wood? Oh no, I'll put it in the other... thought I was going to die, so I'll put it in the other chest. That's fine. Some sticks. That's fine otherwise. I don't think I need anything else in there just yet. So I need a sieve. I wish I could click through. Please, mod pack creator, do a click through from your quest book into JEI. It would be really, really nice. So yeah, that's just in here. And I will make 2 sieves. We're going to get a third from a quest, I think. So sieves I'll put over here, shall we? And we need my stone hammer back wherever I dumped it. There we go. Yeah. Flint axe, stone hammer. We're just going to put these here, I think. Okay. And I'm going to need another torch. Do I have any more torches left? We can make mini torches, and I have a charcoal to make actual torches with. Oh, maybe this is a mini torch. No, it's a regular size one. That's fine. I'll just make those for now, just to make sure that we don't have any spaces where anything can spawn as this area gets bigger. It probably won't matter right now because we're not far enough away for things to spawn while they're behind or anything. So let's just put 2 of these down, and then we just need 2 meshes. We need flint stiffened meshes, so we need some flint, which is why we're leaving some of the stone down. And we need well, let's just get 18. We only need 12 really, but that's fine. Oh, let's grab you, and there we go. String meshes, flint stiffened meshes, which are almost invisible against the background color, but we have 2 of those. Now here's where I said you need that gravel recipe. Here's where you need the gravel recipe. So for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 actually. Yeah, and just fill the entire grid with these. So I'll fill them all up. Oh, in fact, no, it's not filling the grid. It's just 2 by 2, isn't it? So we just want it in our inventory. It was 8 that I needed. So there's gravel, and there's some more gravel. That'll do. And the gravel you can then process using your sieves, just as you might expect from any X Nihilo pack. So right click and hold, and you start getting your resources. So in this case, we're going to be heading for iron because we're going to want an iron bucket. That would be quite a nice thing to have. And there's some other bits and pieces as well. What do we start getting? Iron and nickel. We've got some tin and aluminium as well, and that is enough. We're going to get another chest here and some more gravel. And that looks to be this entire first tab. We just need some raw fish to close it off. That's raw salmon, and I'm going to need some more bait. Oh, fine. We're certainly getting enough food, but I actually need a specific kind of food just to close this quest off. That's fine. I'll just stack this in here, and I'll process the rest of the gravel. And nearly 2 stacks of gravel has got us all of this stuff. So let's just sort that. And the most important thing is the iron, which is also the most common thing that you're going to get out of here. I'm going to be making more sieves, I imagine. So, but in the meantime, you are going to want to be able to combine iron ore pieces into iron chunks. However, that is needed in a quest. So let's just get to the quest. Is it in here? Yeah. So basically, sieving for freedom. When it says 2 pages here, I didn't see this at first. You need to click on this button down at the very, very, very bottom right. So this page is already done, and this page is not done. So we need coal, and we need something else. So coal, I've just picked up. That's enough to count. That's why I picked up that 1 piece of coal. And then iron ore chunks we can just get from here. That's enough to count you. We get another sieve and another flint stiffened mesh. Remember when I said you're going to get those? So, yep, saves me making even more of them. However, let's put that back. We'll then have a grid of about 6 of them. I need a couple more, but that's fine. We now need to just use this as some more raw salmon. I actually want to change that out for a second. I want to make some iron because I want a bucket to be able to just realign that to make it nicer. Did I get any more sticks? There's some raw salmon, but still no. Still nothing of what I actually want, so I'm going to get even more of this. I just want sticks for the moment, so I'm just going to combine those up into the bundle of sticks we get from 900 ticks, which is 9 times 100, to 1200 ticks. So when I'm going to go for iron, I want to have probably have bundles of sticks underneath there to keep that going. These No, these strainers are actually pretty good. They're not worn out yet. Yeah, I'll just take the clay out. Everything else can stay in there for the moment. Right, so there's our first iron. I assume, or I really hope the iron bucket is the normal recipe and we're not in some kind of horrid recipe. Nope, normal recipe, good. I should need one more piece, please, and we should be able to move that source. There we go, acquire hardware. I assume that is a quest in around here somewhere. No. No? Maybe I missed it. It's got to be in here somewhere to get an iron bucket, surely. Ah, never mind. We'll make an iron bucket. There we go. One reusable iron bucket. There goes that water source from there. I'm going to drop it in here, and everything else will look much nicer. So I'll get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. And we've got this nice area. We do actually need a little bit more light in the center, though. It's going to be a problem, isn't it, as it gets larger? I guess there will do for now. Yeah, unless that will do. Yeah, we'll get into sort of the maximum size that this thing can support with just torches on the walls, but I really would like to keep the floor clear if at all possible. So let's just see how that looks. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, so we've got our little starting base is growing. Let's see what we've got to do next. I think we may be coming up to the end of the first episode, actually, in terms of time. So yeah, unfortunately, these things do happen, but we've got all the way through that first tab, apart from just waiting for the RNG, the randomness of getting this this first raw fish. We are getting raw salmon though, so that is that. We keep on putting more worms in here as and when we get them. Okay, so I will wait for this to happen off camera, and then we'll just close out with this first tab being done, I think. Here we go. We got 3 raw fish. That is going to go straight into here, and we did also start getting some tiny coal from our strainers. So we're going to use that tiny coal as the fuel source. It's 200 ticks. You can combine it into regular coal, which of course is just basically 8 times as much, but this just gives it a bit more granularity to use. So we have cooked fish, which completes break time, which is up here. So all that first tab is now complete as far as I know. One final thing is that you can recycle stuff you don't need, like that puffer fish, just using barrels, and we have the ability to get wooden barrels. So let's just take a look at that. Wooden barrel, and we can just make those with some planks, I guess. Yeah, convert the planks, but you should be very careful about your wood source. I don't have any more. So for now, I'm going to leave that side. I think I'm going to put them over here. And like that. And then, do we have any other puffer fish still handy? We do have 2 of them. Not necessarily as many as I want, but this will certainly get rid of them. You can do them, use them into other things, but this will actually start generating dirt for you. Once it's full anyway. It's not full just yet. Do I have any sort of spare? I guess we can just use this raw salmon. I'm not that much in need of stuff there, so that is now composting. So we should get dirt out of there. There is apparently more dirt underneath, so if we dig down, we should be able to find that, I would hope. Let's just put some light down on the subject, see if we can actually find the dirt. So it's going to be under here. And are you under here? Yeah, there's one piece of dirt, so fine. We should just have a look down. Oh, there's actually more. How much dirt do we have? Okay, let's just get that up with the torch. And, oh, interesting. We've got growth crystals down here. Okay, well, that... Can I harvest that? I can harvest it. Good. Hopefully that does break and does not shatter into a million pieces. I hope that that actually is harvestable. Come on. Takes so long. Yep. And polished diorite and chiseled metamorphic mesa stone brick. Yeah, I guess. So I'm going to pull this up, and there shouldn't be too much of it down here. No. And we're going to keep the floor flat up there, and we'll be able to start next episode with a nice area to grow, well, to grow a few things in anyway. So coarse dirt, maybe not what we want, but I'm going to replace the blocks down here with something cheap like wood. But for this episode, that's been pretty much it. If you have any comments, put them down in the comments down below. If you're enjoying this pack, hopefully you try it yourself if you're a fan of the challenge packs at least. Let me know how you're getting on. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode for some more breakouts. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.